Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to episode
9
of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down2gun and get The Athletic
Gunk,
for
down to
$1 a month
gunk.
for 6 months. I'm Luke, joined this morning by Andrew.
During this morning, I'm fired up to be here tonight here at Lively Beer Works.
Tyler.
I'm down to gunk.
And Jay.
It's Jay. Peyton Manning at the Denver game, huh?
All right, starting
All
this
right,
one off.
deal.
so
We are
good
here
start.
at Lively Beer Works. We just had a big event, watched a basketball game.
Huge shout out to all of those who showed up, to those who wanted to show up, and obviously to our friends at Lively, especially Nick, for making it a special night to celebrate the second sweep in the history of the Oklahoma City Thunder. First one since what year, Andrew? Do we remember?
2012.
2012. The Oklahoma City Thunder swept the Dallas Mavericks.
Unbelievable. It's
And
unbelievable that it's been that long.
That's crazy.
in a odd game tonight. I call it the old Giddy game.
The old Giddy game.
Some of the most significant shots of the evening were from one Josh Giddey, often maligned.
Yeah. In the fourth quarter, he was unbelievable.
He's the one who swung that game and
He did.
gave us the momentum to win it.
Yeah, in a moment where it felt like the Pelicans kind of grabbed hold of the game.
They made it ugly.
It was
ugly.
It was an ugly game throughout the whole night. And then Josh kind of opened things up. They tied the game at 80, and then they kind of took off from there. Because it really did feel like toward the end of that third quarter, beginning of the fourth, that this was going the Pelicans' way.
Yeah.
And it was Josh Giddey who just randomly plays well in New Orleans. Is like awesome in New Orleans. I don't get that. J-Dub
King
was,
Baby, they call him.
yeah, that's what they call him. J-Dub was also amazing in the fourth.
Yeah. Yep.
He hit a big time three in the fourth quarter.
I think it's the thing about this team that really opens up their ceiling to a level that is different than the earlier iterations of this team, but also other teams that we've seen in a while. And it's just the fact that when Shea didn't necessarily have it, but they just have depth.
Yeah.
And Dub was fantastic. Giddey was great. Even got some big shots. I was about to say, I was just looking through the stats. Joe had, and Luke mentioned this earlier, Joe had so many opportunities to kind of, blow this game open a little bit more for Oklahoma City and just missed. It felt like way more than just 4, but he was 0-4 from the three-point line.
Yeah.
Thunder an abnormal 30% from the three-point line, 12 of 40 overall. The only person that shot really well from the three-point line was Giddey, but overall got the sweep. Huge deal.
It feels good. Gotta feel good about it.
So now they await.
Any of you guys feel bad?
to.
Do you guys feel bad?
I don't
Any of
feel
you
bad.
It feels
I don't
good.
feel
I
bad.
don't.
It does feel good.
The
Luke.
only thing that doesn't feel good is that I got to wait a little while to go to another Thunder
Like
home
maybe
game.
a week.
Yeah.
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 When do you
That's the
think?
only thing.
Sunday, maybe
I mean, I honestly, I'm not even going to try to guess because I don't have the information in front of me.
Tuesday.
But
Thursday.
I mean, the Mavs Clipper series is at least going 6.
Yeah.
Like we know that for sure. If not 7,
Mhm.
I predict it's going to go 7.
I would predict 7 as well.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a big deal. I think that
If it goes 7, it will go all the way till Sunday.
right.
Game 6 would be Friday.
yeah, Game 7.
Game 7 would be Sunday,
Sunday.
which means probably game 1 of the next series would be Tuesday or probably Wednesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday of
Yeah.
the
So
following
Wednesday of like the 8th of May.
week. Wow. How about that?
Thank
So
you.
you really are looking at
That's why we call him the
9
calendar.
9 days.
It's a long break. Shea did injure his ankle at the end of the first quarter. He came back in.
Yeah, it was weird.
Didn't really seem to
No.
bother him. So I don't know if there's anything to that. But it's just nice to have a long break for these guys.
So
And it-
can I want to engage in kind of a looking forward a little bit.
okay.
The Pelicans had the ability on the perimeter to defend the Thunder, I would say, really well.
Yeah,
like with
they did.
Herb and the way they played and creating some mismatches, obviously inside with Valanciunas and all of the different stuff. But is there a team left? I think the only team that can defend at that level was the Wolves that are left. Is that fair to say?
I think it's totally fair, especially with the personnel that they have. The Pelicans might have the best personnel to defend on the perimeter left in the playoffs. They just had nobody on the other end. Like they just had no offensive creators.
Dude, you're talking. Yeah, I mean, you talk about OKC only shooting 30% from three. Pelicans only shot 23% from three
they
tonight.
And they
had nothing.
They had nothing. And CJ finally shook loose a little bit tonight and played well, but he was still like 9 of 16, 24 points, 10 boards. That's Shea. He had 20 points, 6 boards. CJ hit some really tough shots in this game, and he actually had to leave. Did they ever say the Thunder broadcast never said what happened and why he ran out of the game?
Yeah, I don't
Did you
know.
guys see
I don't
that?
know why that was.
I don't know. Let us know in the chat.
Got scared.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Gave
Is
up.
that true?
No,
It kind of looks like it.
but he did not go out on a wheelchair.
He
I've
did
been-
A
not.
la Paul Pierce.
All up. Yeah.
I'll Paul
I've been
Poop.
there.
Yeah.
When you just got to go and you got to leave wherever you're at.
He just ran out of
Sprint
there.
out. Yeah,
He
he was
just-
gone so fast.
But I thought he played well. I feel a little bad for Pelicans fans because this was
Why?
not their team. It really just kind of sucks for them because
Well,
no Zion.
No Zion, yeah.
They've got
And-
some work to do.
They got a lot of work to do. And Brandon Ingram, 8 points on 14 attempts
You
tonight.
know why?
Lou Dort, man. This was quite a series for Lou. I hope nationally that Lou gets the credit that he deserves for this series.
I wasn't paying enough attention, but I do know Lou got the Bally Nick Gallo
Listen,
post game interview.
locally he's going to get all the attention.
Barkley was talking about him the other day about how much he's improved his
It's
three-point
true.
shooting.
Yeah,
So I mean, they're noticing.
Which also pleasantly surprised that Charles Barkley knew who Lou Dort was.
Well, this
Yeah.
is the first time he's had to know.
No, he remembered him from the
bubble playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lou was obviously phenomenal again.
Fantastic.
And finished with 11, 8, and 3, 2 steals on 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He was great. I thought it was another good Chet game. 14 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. Giddey was 14, 3, and 1. Shea was 24, 10, and 3 with 2 blocks from Shea. Shea came back in the game after he had looked like he had hurt his ankle and came back in and like immediately had a block. I thought that was really impressive, but
And we're all wearing our shirt that you guys can get and pre-order. Check out
There's
our
a
Twitter.
lot of barking going on out here
A lot
today.
of arf, bark.
Andrew, very important question.
Yep.
Who won between you and Alex?
I think Alex won. And it was very close.
It was very close because Jonas got 25 minutes tonight.
26, according to ESPN.
25 minutes and 47 seconds.
Luke, do you have something to say about his minutes?
No.
Okay.
Larry Nance was 21 minutes and 25 seconds. It was probably within like 4 or 5 minutes that Valanciunas played more. And some of that was foul trouble too for Jonas, who didn't particularly have a great game tonight. But yeah,
Trying to get him down to make shots, and they were denying him over and over there late at the end of the game.
mm-hmm. Yeah, this honestly changes a little bit of the way I think about this team even this year, but certainly moving forward because
Championship?
I mean, listen, closing out a series is not easy, especially on the road. And being a young team, you saw them kind of go through it a little bit tonight. This was not given to them.
It was much more like game one.
Yeah, this game was not handed to the Thunder. They had to go get it. And Giddey stepped up, J-Dub stepped up in moments where maybe Shea didn't have it going, or they were throwing a lot more at Shea in this game. It wasn't as easy for Shea as it was in game 2 and 3. But that's the thing with this Thunder team is like if you shut off somebody's water, it's somebody else that's going to step up. They're not just like this one-trick pony that you can just stop. It's going to be really difficult, especially as this team grows through like the next few years. I just watch everybody else. Like you watch even the Nuggets.
The Suns.
Whenever Jokic goes off the floor, it's just harder. The Suns.
The Suns.
The Suns. But a lot of teams just have like their like one offensive engine.
Yeah.
And they just try to survive when that guy, takes a breather for 5 minutes or 6 minutes or whatever it is. But the Thunder, and they've done it all year, where J-Dub steps up at the beginning of the fourth when Shea sits down, and it just keeps going. And that's how you win 57 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you exceed expectations.
And we learned it the hard way, having to live through those Russ teams where it was Russ, and then when he would sit, there was no one else.
Yeah.
And
true.
we've this team has been put together. Everyone said trust in Presti. It's been put together so that doesn't happen. So when someone is sitting and resting, someone is there that can step up, that can hit big shots, and they did.
Yeah.
I think the only other team in the playoffs that has that constant flow of water, that constant stream, Andrew, is Minnesota. Yes, Ant is clearly their best player, but Towns has been big.
Towns was really good yesterday in particular.
Yeah. And their role players have been hitting their shots, and they're just I think that's the other team that I see that is on par with us so far in the playoffs.
Yeah. Quick update. When we started the podcast, the Lakers were up by 9. Now they are down by 3.
Yeah, it's over.
That's how the Lakers do. They want to do it. It's on purpose. But AD did get it.
Can I take just a quick moment?
Mm-hmm.
After game 1, I said some pretty hateful and angry things.
Really?
In our text message thread towards Taylor and Alex Spears.
Alex was kind of on your team, and then he saw how aggressive you were.
He came in immediately with a sweep, and I thought, That's it. There's no way this is going to go 7. It's going to be a problem. The Thunder are even going to potentially lose. And then game 1 started to bear all of that out. And here I am eating crow, just chomping it down.
How's it taste?
Terrible.
What does it sound like when you eat crow?
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Oh, crunchy crow.
Hey, I'm glad you can understand and recognize when you're wrong, Be man enough to say it.
It really was a dream scenario.
Jay.
A lot of people wouldn't do that.
To have a full week to recover physically from a pretty hard fought series, it's a big deal.
Plus, the other team that you're going to play, if it goes 7 games, are playing all week and are going to be dead tired.
They're beating each other up.
And you get a whole week to watch them play, learn how they play, rest, study tape. It's going to be good.
It's true.
It's the position you want to be in.
Yeah.
Do we know when Shay's wife's going to have her baby? Do you know her due date, Andrew? Do you think it could be in the next 5 to 6 days?
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Are you serious?
She is pregnant.
How pregnant?
I don't know.
What kind of scheduling is that?
I want to work on it.
That's a strange question.
Why is that a strange question? You don't think that's going to impact the Thunder's playoff run?
You've had babies. You know how it is, dude.
Yeah, it's going to help when they're in the finals and they have the baby.
Yeah,
it's going to propel them to a championship.
That's right.
That's what happens. Fred VanVleet. That's what happened.
That's true.
That's what happened. The Pelicans,
baby inspo.
The Pelicans never scored more than 92 points in this entire series.
That is crazy.
92, 92, 85, 89.
So that's depressing.
Crazy.
Isn't that? I mean, that's insane. And
you're feeling it's because in the play-in game, it's when Zion had the 40-point game.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just so killer for them.
Yeah.
They have to hate it. But I mean, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, the defense the Thunder played was great. Also, just horrific shooting from the Pelicans. Absolutely horrific. Yeah. Alvarado was so bad. I thought, honestly, I think I've said this already, but
I thought he was going to be a bigger part of that.
I thought he was going to be pesky. I thought we were going to be annoyed by him. I thought he was going to play a big role for them. He did really all season, and he was awful.
Really a non-factor.
Yeah, he was awful in this series. He could not hit anything. I think he only made 1 3 the whole series, which is just kind of bizarre because he's a pretty good shooter. And then really after game 1, Trey Murphy was also a non-factor as a shooter. I mean, tonight, 7 points on 10 shots, 1 of 7 from 3. He just was not able to have the impact that he did in game 1, where you thought oh man, he's one of their best players. And they basically just had to go to CJ and to Valanciunas in this one offensively. And those guys those guys cannot carry an NBA offense in 2024. Like those are just not going to be the guys.
I'm not sure in any year of the NBA could those guys carry an offense.
I think maybe like 4 years ago they could have had an offense that could have scored more than 92 points in a game.
So I was listening this past weekend yesterday. I was listening to trying to find some Pelicans podcasts to hear like how they were reacting to this.
In the know.
And the ones I was listening to, they were not like, I was looking for like that fan anger, and I really wasn't able to find it.
Yeah.
They just have to be more depressed.
It was more just matter of fact depressing. Of just like this is what's happening. It's
just like this is like the same movie played over and over again for them. Where it's like we have this superstar, he can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
we can't keep this team together. Like we can't keep everybody. I mean, it's just they
were just matter of fact like these are the problems. This is why it's happening. There's nothing we can do about it.
I'm sure it's getting a
what do you think was the best Pelicans
lessons.
era when they were the Oklahoma City Hornets?
I mean that Chris
that is such an unintended or maybe intended dig
that is
on a franchise.
That is
completely unintended, but they were best when they were here.
That last year that they were here when it was Chris Paul and
David West
and Tyson Chandler,
Speedy Claxton
and Peja Stojakovic. That was a fun team.
That was a great team. We actually gave them a good crowd.
That was the first taste of NBA and
it's
OKC.
True.
I think their best crowd was when they were the Oklahoma City Hornets too.
Taylor, come on,
paved the way.
You're kicking someone when they're down right now.
That's the level I'm on right now. That's the level of confidence and belief I have. I'm ready to be this fan. They've been here. Oklahoma City Thunder's been here for 15 years now. It's time to get cocky, boys.
Okay, there you go.
All right, let's give grades for the series for each player. What do you say?
Yeah.
Now that the series
Let's start
is
with
over.
Gordon Hayward.
What is you have issues?
F.
Thank you.
G.
You
actually, past F.
You have big issues.
Moving
Jay.
on to let's go to Chet Hologram.
Can we start with Hologram?
Hologram.
Can we start with Hologram?
Holmgren.
He was unbelievable in this series. I thought that he defensively was so good.
Did he end up with more blocks than the entire Pelicans team?
I mean, I don't even have
Overall?
to look.
He
didn't have any. He didn't have any tonight.
Did they have more than
well,
one?
that actually may have changed tonight.
I'm going to give him a B.
That may have changed tonight.
A B.
A B.
He had one great offensive game.
Yeah.
And offensively, I just needed him to shoot better from the 3-point line.
Yeah. 1 of 7 tonight.
Yep. But a B is a good passing grade.
Give him a B plus.
And
I mean,
plus?
defensively,
fine, B plus, but
86.
an 87.
Okay.
Because here's the thing: is my expectations for him are high enough enough that I'm not going to just grade him on the same level that I'm going to grade some of these other guys.
It's
Right?
a good grade.
Yeah.
It's a good grade to give. Okay. What about Luguentz Dort?
A plus.
A plus plus. Plus plus plus.
He was fantastic from every part of the game.
Yeah.
And he's had his detractors. Some of them sitting at this table throughout the years.
Yeah.
He has.
It's true.
And I mean, he's just shown up and doing exact. I mean, he's
Just putting McKelly in his place.
yeah.
Man.
It's
no one's
awesome.
at this table.
We've had haters. I've hated before.
You're talking about
I've hated a little bit before.
I've hated before. I'm man enough to admit it. And he was A plus.
yeah, he was great.
Not me. I'm cocky for Lou.
Jalen Williams, J-Dub, 24, 8 and 4, 2 steals and a block tonight, 9 of 17, 52% from the field, 33%
giving him an
from
A.
3. He was really good. He was one where
We got a super chat
I wondered a little bit. Topo Chico for the win.
from
Let's
Alan
go.
Castro.
Thank you,
It's
Alan
the
Castro.
victory. It's the victory topo.
That's right.
I don't have one.
Cheers.
That's so loud.
That is so violent.
Stop.
That is violent.
Forceful
I would
cheers,
say
man.
I wondered a little bit about J-Dub going into the series about what he might look like in a playoff series because you just don't know.
Pretty much flawless.
He was amazing. He was really good.
Great defensively.
He kind of struggled in the play-in last year in both those games, and so you don't know until you know.
Scored really well.
I felt confident for this game today with what he wore before the game.
What was it? Explain it to me.
It was like a black like space suit with like an inflatable helmet that he walked in with. And if you're walking in with that, you're walking in.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Jay, did you see it?
Yeah, you're
I just was
walking
trying
in
to get Luke
confident.
to explain it.
And so, dressed in all black, he's showing it because he's there for an outer space funeral, and that's confidence.
You know what that looks like? Have you guys seen those jackets that are like, I think for old people that they wear, so if they fall down it immediately inflates and covers up?
Yeah.
That's what his
It does look like that.
Is that what he's wearing?
his style looks.
Wow.
He's awesome, and just can't. He's my favorite player. He's just the best.
He's great. He's great. Josh Giddey, who had 14, 3, and 1 tonight, and basically saved the Thunder's butts tonight.
Yeah, he really did.
I'm going to give him a good B.
Yeah.
For the series, because two
game
really
one, he
good
wasn't
games.
great.
Yeah,
85, 83.
But he was really good. Yeah, 83. Solid 83.
Okay.
Struggled in game 1 and played 29 minutes tonight. Earned minutes to close the game.
We don't win tonight's game without him.
Yeah,
We don't.
that defensive play too, where he was able to swipe the ball away, somehow stay in bounds, like he's on his tippy toes, staying in bounds, and is able to save the ball.
Yeah,
that was a big play.
And those back-to-back threes, that is what
God.
swung the momentum.
It really did.
And just to be watching it with 150, 200 other fans that are pumped up.
It was
that
fun.
It's happening.
That was really fun.
I mean, that was very good. And so tonight, that's an A+ for tonight.
A+.
But overall, I'm fine with B.
Yeah, A+ for tonight. Probably had like a D in game 1.
Just to go back, so Tim Bontemps just tweeted this 30 minutes ago. He said, to show how dominant Chet was in the paint this series, New Orleans shot 9 for 35 or 25.7% on shots within 5 feet of the basket that were contested by Chet across the 4 games.
Wow, that's a stat.
now that's a stat.
Yeah, Chet. Are you ready to raise his grade a little bit, Jay?
No,
Up to an 88?
only because I
Tim
have that
Bontemps.
high of expectations for him offensively.
89?
It's his first year.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie, and he's already has this big of effect on the team. This is. We're gonna be in the postseason. First, we're the number 1 seed. With our first postseason appearance in forever, and now we get to have
first round exit. When since 2016?
Since 2016.
Yeah.
To get, and think about the players that were on the Thunder through those years that couldn't get out of round 1. It's Westbrook,
Losers.
it's Paul George, it's
Chris
Carmelo Anthony, it's Chris Paul.
Yeah.
These are guys that will be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That couldn't get over the hump.
And Chet is able to do it, help this team do it in his first year. This core group of guys we're going to be watching them in the postseason for the next, half decade,
300
plus.
years. It
I
feels
mean,
like.
it's going to say half decade.
Why? Why not?
I just knew it.
You just
I don't
felt
know.
that.
Yeah.
It feels right.
What about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? He had 24, 10, and 3 tonight. 8 of 21, only 38% from the field. 1 of 4 from 3.
He clearly was struggling all night. He was missing free throws, but he's still that superstar guy that can just figure it out.
Yeah, it was.
He just figures it out and gets points up because the team needs him to score points. And
had they lost this game, we'd be talking about free throws more.
They missed so many free throws.
As a team, they were 15 of 24.
Yeah, that it was
62%
worse than that.
And they were I think the second best free throw shooting team in the league this season. And you had Dort going 1 of 2, J-Dub missed 1, Chet missed 1, Shea missed 6 free throws. It was just strange. So I don't know. What grade would you give SGA?
A B-.
Yeah, I'm going B.
He basically won game 1 with that incredible circus shot.
Yeah.
But he was not great offensively, largely because of Herb Jones. And the way that they defend him, it made it incredibly challenging. But once again, I can't give him a higher grade because my expectations for him are too.
We know he can be much
Yes.
better
Mhm.
than he was.
So,
Mhm.
Andrew, real quick, your woe meter at 11. How do we feel about that?
That feels good.
There he
feels
is.
really good.
Mm.
Have you seen this guy?
I
Yeah,
don't know what
I
he's
have
doing,
seen
but I
this.
love it so
I like
much.
So like in one of the
It's
videos
at
that I
Will _ DeThrill 3. He's doing the Andrew woe meter, and he's got the entire woe collection here. Let me see if I can get this on the. That's not going to go very well.
it's not gonna go
But
well.
if you're on YouTube, you can see.
check out the woe meter. I said whoa, and the kid said some.
Whoa.
the kid said something about how
Go show it to him.
losing is a way of winning in the future or something. And I just was like, whoa.
Mini Sam Presti.
Yeah, that kid was so funny. It really does.
That's our next shirt.
Get up. Get up.
Get up, get up. So we give Shea a B.
Yeah, I think a B for this series. Just because, like Jay said, he can play better.
He can be better.
And he will.
B minus.
B minus.
81.
Wow.
Wow.
Hater.
Grade of 81.
Hey,
I
you know,
think
we're
he
tough
can
but
be
fair.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tough
You know?
but fair.
We're not all A pluses.
Let's go to the bench. What about a Cason Wallace, who did not score tonight? He had 2 steals in this one. Took a pretty ballsy step back 3, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
And, didn't make anything tonight, but played a pretty big role for this team off the bench throughout the whole series.
I think he was great in the series. I think the highlight of the series was when J-Dub went out with a quick little injury, and Cason
Mhm.
Wallace came in and hit a big-time 3 and just kept it moving.
So, what'd you give him?
I'll give him. I think he can.
An A. It's an A.
I guess it's an A given his role.
He got
I'd say
an A
B.
just
I think
for
he
that
can do better.
performance when Dub got hurt.
Well, also the way he defended at the end of game 1
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
A plus.
on CJ.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Him and Dort, highest 2 grades.
He was good. He played his role really well. And he's not, and the thing about him is that he's not really expected to have like big scoring games. And he really didn't, but came in and played his role. He's a good connecting player.
You know, he's the only player off the bench, I think, that I'm not looking at his stats and judging his performance based on stats.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest of the guys, I'm like, Wiggins, come on. Especially, I think Joe's the number one guy with that, right? Where you look at him and you're like, man, Joe was 0 of 4, 1 of 5. And he had a couple games like that this series.
Yeah, he
But
wasn't
Cason
great.
Wallace, he's not he just passes the eye test every game, and there's never anything that happens when he's on the court where you're like, oh, Cason, what was that? He always makes
Mhm.
the right decision. So I think he's the most trusted guy off the bench for that reason.
Cason?
Yes.
You think they trust him more than they trust Wiggins?
Yeah, I think those guys are just more I
Je ne
don't
sais
know,
quoi?
a little bit more volatile. No, I think Cason has that je ne sais quoi.
You know who I'm giving an honorary grade to? Nick Gallo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's an
An
A
honorary
plus.
A plus because them
They
snubbing
love-
TNT to go straight to Nick Gallo.
Those guys love
That was
some
something.
Nick
Yeah.
Gallo.
Yeah,
He's great.
That was something. And
we even
so,
talked about them schnubbing TNT. Did you talk to anyone about it?
We were talking about it on the pod.
talk about
on
it Saturday,
Saturday.
right as it was
on
happening.
Saturday. That's
Tumple's
fair.
But,
pretty mad at him.
I have no idea.
What is the point of you even being connected? We need the juice. Bud.
Give us the juice,
Give
dude.
us the juice.
What's
think-
the BTS behind the scenes?
how,
is the
how
beat?
mad is he?
What is the BTS?
Who's mad?
Who got in trouble?
Why would anybody be mad?
Tell me, just
The only
make
person that
something
should be
up.
mad is TNT.
They snubbed.
TNT
Dude,
should be mad.
Ali LaForce was
She was mad.
She was.
She
She was
peeved.
embarrassed.
Tough
Yeah.
luck.
She was like, "Oh my god, what am I supposed?" It did. Now, let's be fair. It put her in a terribly awkward position.
The producer should have cut away like 15 seconds before that. They're like, we're gonna come back to him. Like, while they figure this out.
I'm sure TNT called
Honestly,
Thunder
just a
PR and was
huge.
like,
The
"Guys,
whole point of this, is just say Nick Gallo.
A plus.
yeah."
Shout
plus
out to Nick
plus.
Gallo.
Killing.
A
Game.
plus.
What do you give Wiggs, Andrew?
Probably a D.
C plus.
Yeah.
I'll give him a C
You talking
plus.
about Aaron? Wait,
Andrew?
Dang it.
Yeah, you messed that up bad. You tried.
Was that loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was fine. I think he can be better too. I think he's probably like C plus B minus range. I think Isaiah Joe is probably a C. He did not have a good series. There was not an Isaiah Joe game. He hit some shots in some key moments, but was not.
He's saving it for next series.
Super consistent. I thought Jay Will was good. I think he's
good.
I think he's like A minus B plus.
A.
I think Jay Will is proving, and even Nate Duncan tweeted this. I don't know if you guys saw this, but that the Thunder really didn't need to trade for a big at the deadline because they couldn't have gotten somebody that's as good or better than Jay Will.
We got a quick super chat from Haas20.
Y'all haven't
talked about Galveston either.
Yeah.
We're sending him to Galveston.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley is so good.
Haas is in the room.
We have one audience member here.
Stuck around.
It's just faithful.
Charles Barkley had to apologize because Beyonce's mom was like, "I'm from Galveston.
Oh, really?
Like, do not talk crap about Galveston."
Oh, come on. Everybody knows those things about Galveston.
Because Jay-Z sent her the clip. And so he tried to apologize, but really just got a chance to do it again.
You cannot get in your feelings about Galveston.
No.
You should not be allowed to get in your feelings about Galveston.
Do you guys want to talk about Beyonce's mom for like 5 minutes?
It was so funny. And
No.
Shaq said to him, like, "Hey, Chuck, where we going?" Chuck, where they're going.
The setup was so funny.
Great.
It was like the greatest
Shaq is on the table like crying.
alley-oop lob. He knew what was about to happen. He's like,
Yeah.
the way that Chuck says
Dirty ass water.
the way that he says every single word
I know.
is so good. It is worth watching 100 times. It's so funny.
Them after games during this time of year, there's nothing better. It's so funny.
They're phenomenal.
Just saw Clemente Almanza on Twitter posted Mark Daignault as he came to the podium says our players are idiots because he showed up to the post-game presser being completely drenched with water.
That's great.
That's a coach of the year right there.
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year.
He's great. Yeah. Talked a lot about that with McKellar earlier today, but congrats to Coach Mark. Big time.
God, the vibes, man.
Vibes.
Everyone's bought. The whole city's in.
Vibes are high.
It's great.
Because
the whole energy.
Because now, we have, like, remember, like, when there was some building business that put the heart and beard on it?
Yeah.
Like, now, like, they have a week. The city has a week to put up, like, Thunder stuff everywhere. I don't know if you saw
dogs
that, those side of the road like setup shops where they're selling like off-brand Thunder stuff. Like they're here.
Oh, yeah.
They're here. They're selling stuff.
There's one on Western and
they're here.
Yeah.
And they haven't been here.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since they've been here.
I know.
I mean, they don't really show up until like the second round, really.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's so great.
And so this, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's real fun.
It's really
Vibes. Immaculate.
Wow. Gordon Hayward, grade?
F.
Jay?
F.
God, you guys are just...
It's like, why even give him 3 minutes tonight? 3 minutes.
Hey, almost 4. 3 minutes, 59 seconds.
What even happened?
He
didn't even want the ball.
I still think there's going to be a game where he's impactful.
Why?
We've been saying that
I just think it's going to happen.
February.
I still think it's going to happen.
I'm with Elman.
Why do you think that?
I'm with Elman.
Because there's just going to be
Let's bet something. What do y'all want? Not cash.
There's just going to be a game where the water's not flowing for anyone else.
Give me a point
he's
total.
going to
If he scores over 12 points in a single game for the rest of
over 12 points.
Shake it right there. Shake it.
I'm just shaking.
I'm not betting that.
with you.
I'm not betting that.
I
That's
bet
insane.
What's the
I
point?
would
10
bet,
points?
I would bet 6.
How about 7 points?
No.
7.
You can like stumble into 7 points.
You cannot stumble into 7 points. If you don't shoot the ball, you can't stumble into 7 points. The guy he took like 3 shots the whole series.
I'll stumble into 7.
I think he actually only took 1 shot the whole series.
How long?
Dude.
How many NBA games would it take for you, Taylor, to score 7 points?
I don't think he can.
1
I don't
quarter.
think he can.
1 quarter.
The only way is if he's fouled.
I'd average 28.
I will bet you 50 chicken nuggets.
That what?
Huh?
That what?
That Gordon will score over 7 points in a game.
Over 7 or
Deal.
7?
For the rest of the playoffs.
You have to eat them all on a fried pod.
All of them?
Yeah.
I'll help.
Which
Yeah,
the
I
only
probably
way
will help, too.
you're getting 50 nugs on a fry pod is
Yeah.
getting them the day before.
But
At
yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
that's
So
going
throw
to
'em
be
in air fryer.
terrible.
We didn't say.
Night pod.
Did we say Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what else? What other
I thought
chicken
you
nuggets
meant
are there?
McNuggets.
McNuggets.
No, not McNuggets.
Dude, I could eat 50
I'll
of
do
those.
Dude, I'll do 50 of those.
Remember when was it the Super Bowl?
Yeah, we bought like
Was that senior year?
300. You could buy them in 50s,
Yeah,
and I bought like 300
we
And-
bought
and just had all our
so
friends over.
many
We had so
chicken nuggets.
many.
We all
chicken
sweet and
nuggets.
sour sauce fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, did you like that temporary chili flavor they had? That was
Yeah.
great.
Dude, it's
what is
Chick-fil-A
that
has
motion?
Chick-fil-A
That's
has
me.
a,
That's my brain.
Chick-fil-A has the sweet and
Go
spicy
around
sriracha
the
sauce.
brain
It's
tumor. Find the word.
Guys,
I'm a Chick-fil-A sauce guy though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only time I've had McNuggets, in
Best of all the sauces.
the only
Nah.
time I've had McNuggets in about the past 5 years, it has been 2 a.m. and I have been intoxicated, and I have Postmates McDonald's nuggets.
Gross.
You Postmates McDonald's.
That is.
Well, what's my other option? I'm not
That is
going to
a-
drive.
That is a very low.
No,
low.
Just go to bed. Actually,
I should have. And one time I
I
did.
feel you though,
You
man.
like are drinking coffee, waiting for your Postmates McNuggets to
One
show
time
up.
I did fall asleep and I found them on my front porch the next
Are
day.
you serious?
Hey, it happens.
Did you eat them?
No, they're away.
They were
Coward.
nuggets.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're good.
God, that rules.
Okay,
Okay.
the bet is on. Do we shake?
Who
We're
else?
shaking.
Okay. Who else have we missed? Kendrick Williams
No shake.
played 2 minutes and 2 seconds in this game. Posted more zeros than Gordon did because Gordon actually got a rebound.
Hey, that's a
Yeah.
D minus.
So
Well, Gordon actually tried to run away from the rebound, and it bounced over his back and into his hands. So
Kind of
didn't
a
even
mis-
want the
kind of a
rebound.
Mr. Magoo situation.
Yeah.
yeah, he just magooed himself a rebound.
Yeah.
Bismack Biyombo.
Did
I'm gonna give him an incomplete.
A plus.
Yeah.
A+ for vibes. Shout out to Oos,
Yeah.
Muscala, Lindy Waters. Shout out to Lindy Waters. All right. Anything else before we go?
Nah. Great night at Lively
What a
Beer
night.
Works.
What a night.
Come
Thank you,
check
Nick.
them out.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you
Come
guys.
check them out.
It's wonderful.
Anytime. Great taps. Constantly
Great
filled
taps.
with incredible beers.
What should they drink?
And,
Great bathroom.
What would you suggest they drink?
I had the hazy IPA, a few of them tonight.
I had
and
the
it
Mexican
was-
lager.
The
with the
Mexican
lime.
lager was fantastic.
good.
It was good. Good
they
selections.
have free hot dogs every day. That's right. Free hot dogs every day.
Every single
and
day.
Free hamburgers
If
every
Nick-
day.
if- and
And
good
good
banter.
banter,
If
yeah.
Nick is here, he will pull. Yeah, he'll get you a hot dog and take care of it for you.
They will find Patrick if you bring your father-in-law, and he'll talk to him for you for like 20 minutes. Yeah.
It was great with father-in-laws.
Yeah. Yeah. You did. He loved it. So thank you.
Guys, it was fun. See you in a
It was
week.
fun. Yep. We'll have more shows. We'll have our normal Wednesday show, normal Friday show this week. There will not be any games to break down, so we will have to figure out what we're going to talk about for
Andrew,
For
what are
a
you
minute.
going to do? Because
I
you're
don't know. So I have the sneaking suspicion that my wife is going to know that the Thunder aren't playing for a while, and she's going to be like, house project time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
you got a
we'll
reason
see.
You
not
just
to.
do it, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta.
If they
This
can't do
is
it.
time.
Hand hurt.
That's right.
Start
Gotta hurt
building up
hand.
the account, the good points
Say,
account with the
yeah.
wife.
Can't work.
Yep.
Hand hurt.
Yep. So if you
Mallet
guys are watching on YouTube, we got quite a few people tuning in on the YouTubes. Please leave us a little
Like
comment.
and subscribe.
If you will just comment on the video, not necessarily in the chat, but on the video, that'd be great. And then also just like the video.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Just stop for a second and like the video.
Hey guys, it was great.
Hey guys, it was
This is
great.
great. Hey, let's hug
GMB.
on the stream.
Okay. Everybody
it.
smile into the... There you go. You don't have to kiss. Okay. All right.
Let me give you.
We will talk to you guys again on Wednesday.
Topo.